The moment you decide to stop looking for answers outside yourself is the moment you truly begin to live. For you must understand that consciousness is the only reality. There is nothing outside of you that can exist without your awareness of it. And the physical world you touch and see is merely a shadow, a reflection of the activity taking place within your own imagination. You have been conditioned to believe that you are a helpless victim of circumstance, a small body moving through a vast, indifferent universe, but this is the great illusion that keeps you asleep. The truth is terrifyingly beautiful. Nothing exists but God, and God is your own wonderful human imagination, the I am that wakes up with you every morning. The chair you sit on, the car you drive, the relationships you struggle with or cherish, they are all solidified assumptions, projections of a state of consciousness you have occupied, consciously or unconsciously. You are the operant power. There is no other cause. When you grasp this, you realize that the world is a mirror, and a mirror has no power to initiate. It only reflects what stands before it. Stop trying to change the reflection by wiping the glass. You must change the face you present to it. The outer world of facts and figures is dead. It has no life of its own unless you animate it with your attention and feeling. If you are fighting against poverty, sickness, or loneliness in the physical realm, you are fighting shadows, exhausting yourself in a battle that cannot be won on the outside. The cause is hidden in the depths of your own being, in the secret conversations you hold with yourself, in the moods you wear like garments. To change the effect, you must change the cause, and the cause is always, without exception, your awareness of being. You must withdraw your attention from the evidence of the senses and place it entirely on the invisible reality of your assumption. There is no separation between you and the thing you desire, for in the realm of consciousness, all things exist in the eternal now. You do not pray to a god apart from you, begging for scraps from a divine table. You command the substance of reality by appropriating the state you wish to experience. The illusion of separation is the only sin, the only missing the mark. When you say I am, you are declaring your absolute identity with the Creator. To think of your desire as something distant, something to be achieved in the future, is to deny your own divinity. You must dare to assume that you already are the person you want to be, for your imagination is the actual reality, and the physical world is the delay, the echo of what you have already done within. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are God dreaming a human life, and you possess the power to rewrite that dream at will. This brings us to a radical responsibility that few are willing to accept, for it means you have no one to blame, not your parents, not the economy, not your enemies. If consciousness is the only reality, then everyone in your world is yourself pushed out, acting under the compulsion of your own beliefs and expectations. If someone is treating you with disrespect, ask yourself, what conversation am I holding with them in my mind? The world is ruthless in its obedience to your inner concept of self. If you feel small, the world will make you small. If you feel loved, the world will rush to love you. You are the master of the simulation, the author of the play, and the actor on the stage. There is no external power to thwart you, just as there is no external power to save you. You save yourself by changing your state of consciousness, but here is where the mystery deepens, because the solid nature of your past is just as fluid as your future. The past is nothing more than memory, and memory is imagination. If the present is a result of past imaginal acts, then to change the present, you must be willing to change the past. This is not self-deception. This is the supreme act of revision. You are not bound by what happened yesterday unless you keep it alive by replaying it with the same feelings today. The heavy chains of your history are forged by your own memory, but you hold the key to unlock them. By revising the past, you change the structure of your own consciousness, and when the structure changes, the outer expression must change to match it. But that's only the surface. The art of revision is the pruning shears of revision, the ability to cut away the weeds of the day and plant the flowers you wish to see tomorrow. You must develop the discipline to review your day every single night before you sleep. If a meeting went poorly, do not accept it as final fact. Go back in your imagination and rewrite the script. Hear the words that should have been spoken. Feel the handshake of success that you desired. Replay this revised scene over and over until the feeling of relief washes over you, until it feels just as real as the so-called facts. By doing this, you neutralize the negative energy before it can take root in your subconscious and manifest as tomorrow's obstacles. You are literally altering the timeline, shifting the tracks of your destiny by refusing to accept anything that is not lovely and of good report. This practice forces you to realize that facts are not final. They are fluid. The physical world is plastic to the touch of the revised imagination. When you revise a trauma, a failure, or a mistake, you are releasing the energy trapped in that event and reclaiming it for your present creation. You will find that people involved in those past events will begin to behave differently toward you, often without knowing why. The animosity fades, the tension dissolves, because you have changed the spiritual cause behind the physical interaction. You are cleansing your inner world, and as you do, the outer world reflects this new clarity. It is a mystical alchemy, turning the lead of regret into the gold of fulfillment. However, revision is not just about fixing the past. It is about living in the end right now. You must stop thinking of your desire and start thinking from it. To think of a desire is to admit you do not have it, which is a state of lack. To think from the desire is to view the world through the eyes of the person who has already achieved it. This is the crucial identity shift. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. You cannot manifest a new life while remaining in the old state of consciousness. You must occupy the state of the wish fulfilled immediately. Ask yourself, how would I feel if it were true? How would I see my friends? How would I walk down the street? You must wear the feeling of the wish fulfilled as you would wear a suit of clothes. Your inner speech is the most accurate indicator of your true state. We are constantly talking to ourselves, decreeing our reality with every silent word. I am tired. I am broke. I never get a break. These are commands to the universe, and the subconscious mind obeys them blindly. To change your world, you must ruthlessly police your inner speech. You must match your inner dialogue to your desired reality. If you want financial freedom, your inner speech cannot be a complaint about bills. It must be the quiet confidence of abundance. Isn't it wonderful? Thank you. I remember when I used to worry about money. This inner speech creates a vibration, a tone that the universe must match. You must become possessed by the assumption that you already are what you want to be. Do not wait for external confirmation. The confirmation follows the assumption. The world is a delayed playback. If you wait for the physical evidence to appear before you believe, you will wait forever. You must believe it first. You must walk in the assumption, sleep in the assumption, and dine in the assumption. You must be so convinced of your new identity that the physical evidence to the contrary means nothing to you. This is what it means to die to the old self and be born again. The old man lives by reaction. The new man lives by imaginative action. Here's what changes everything. The gateway to this profound transformation lies in the state akin to sleep, SATS. This is the drowsy borderline state between wakefulness and sleep, where the conscious mind withdraws its guard and the subconscious is wide open to suggestion. This is the holy place of creation, the time when the gap between the conscious and the subconscious is thinnest. Most people waste this precious time worrying about the problems of the day, effectively instructing their subconscious to create more problems tomorrow. You must master this state. As you lie in bed, relax your body completely, feeling the heaviness of sleep approaching, but keep your attention alert. You are entering the engine room of reality. In this state, you do not force, you invite. Construct a short, simple scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. not the process of getting it, but the end result. It could be the feeling of a wedding ring on your finger, the sound of a friend's voice saying, "Congratulations," or the physical sensation of a key in the door of your new home. It must be a scene that implies, "It is done." Then, loop this scene over and over again. Replay it with sensory vividness. Feel the cold metal of the key. Smell the perfume of your partner. Hear the specific tone of the voice. You must give it all the tones of reality until your soul believes it is actually happening. Do not try to figure out how it will happen. That is not your concern. Your only job is to impress the subconscious with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. As you loop the scene, you will feel a shift, a sense of relief, a click within you that says, "It is finished." Fall asleep in this feeling. Do not step out of the scene. Let the scene carry you into the deep of sleep. By doing this, you are programming the depth of your being to objectify this imaginal act. You are impregnating the subconscious, and it has no choice but to give birth to this impression in your 3D world. It is a law as precise as gravity, but you must understand that creation is finished. You are not creating something that does not exist. You are selecting a reality from the infinite possibilities that already exist in the eternal now. Every version of you, the wealthy you, the healthy you, the loved you, already exists in the vast landscape of creation. Through your assumption and your ESATS practice, you are tuning your consciousness to the frequency of that specific reality. Just as a radio does not create the music but tunes into the station, you are tuning into a state that is already broadcasting. This perspective removes the effort. You are not building a mountain, you are simply stepping onto a path that is already paved. Now go deeper. There is often a time lag, a gestation period between the imaginal act and the physical manifestation. This is where most people fail. They plant the seed but dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You must have the patience of a gardener. The seed has its own appointed hour. During this interval, you may encounter the bridge of incidents, a series of events that may seem unconnected or even contradictory to your desire. You might lose your job before you get the better one. A relationship might end to make space for the right one. Do not judge appearances. Do not panic when the old structure crumbles. It is breaking down to make room for the new assumption to take form. This requires a loyalty to the unseen reality that transcends logic. True faith is not blind hope. It is the knowledge that your imaginal act is the only reality and that the physical world is just catching up. You must persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled, even when your senses deny it. If your bank account says empty, but your imagination says full, you must trust your imagination. You must give more validity to your inner world than to the outer facts. This persistence is what hardens the assumption into fact. To yield to the evidence of the senses is to abort the pregnancy of your desire. Doubt will come. It is the old man trying to survive. When doubt knocks, do not fight it. Simply recognize it as a ghost of the past, an echo of a state you have left behind. Return your attention to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Say to yourself, "I remember when I used to worry about this, but now I am that which I desired to be." The feeling is the key. You cannot force it with will. You must feel it with love. Persistence is not effort. It is the frequent return of your attention to the desired state until it becomes your natural dwelling place. The outer world has no choice. It is a slave to your consciousness. When you stand firm in your assumption, the people, events, and circumstances will move automatically and compulsively to fulfill your command. You do not need to lift a finger to force the external world. You only need to keep your high watch within. The universe will rearrange itself to match your inner pattern. This is the law. You are the dreamer, and the dream must obey. Walk in the conviction that it is done, and it shall be so. Creation is finished. You are not trying to become. You are trying to realize who you already are. The version of you who lives in abundance, love, and power is not in the distant future. It is standing right here, waiting for you to wear its skin. Tonight, when you close your eyes, do not go to sleep as a human seeking God. Go to sleep as God dreaming of a new destiny. The bridge of incidents has already begun to form. Now I ask you, what state are you daring to occupy right now? Tell me in the comments below. Seal your assumption with your word. If this message stirred the sleeper within you, subscribe and turn on notifications. You have awakened, but to stay awake, you must go deeper. Click the next video immediately. It holds the specific technique to lock this feeling in forever.